Finnish President Sauli Niinistö has addressed the Swedish parliament after both countries said they were taking steps towards joining NATO following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Niinistö also met with Sweden's King Carl Gustaf, who attended his speech. Sweden has signed a formal request to join NATO. In Finland, lawmakers are now shortly expected to formally endorse Finnish leaders' decision to also join. Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, meanwhile, said it would not make a difference if they joined NATO, despite previously combative rhetoric from the Kremlin. Turkey has also said it might veto their applications. So let's cross straight to our correspondent Terry Schultz, who's in Stockholm there. Terry, tell us more about the Finnish president's visit to Sweden. What's been happening there?
Well, that's right. The Finnish President Sauli Niinistö has just begun a two-day visit to Sweden, which normally wouldn't get that much attention from international press, including those of us here at DW. But it comes just as the two countries have decided to throw away their long-held policy of military non-alignment. And so we're hanging on their every word. The Finnish president has just given a speech in the parliament building behind me in which he said he expects to submit Finland's application bid soon without any more detail. The same with Sweden. It could come at any time, but we expect them to do that together. We'll be hearing from the Prime Minister and the President at a press conference later this afternoon, where we will try to get more precision on that timeline.
Now, today, Turkey's President Erdogan has told Sweden and Finland not to bother sending delegations to him to convince his country of their bids to join NATO. So is that it for the NATO membership of these two countries?
Not at all. And I don't think anyone would really expect that in the end, and this process could take as much as a year, that Turkey would block Finland and Sweden, two applicants that the rest of the alliance is very much looking forward to welcoming. This is just an opportunity for Erdogan to air long-held grievances about the PKK, an organization that his government considers a terrorist organization. So he will use this opportunity as long as he can and as broadly as he can, just to not necessarily hold up the process in the end, but to get his views known. This will be a delicate process, though, because, of course, you can't make him so antagonized that he actually would, in the end, vote against Finland and Sweden. I know that the other allies, including the United States primarily, are already working on this, making phone calls, talking to Turkey, reminding them that NATO unity is extraordinarily important right now in the face of Russia's actions in Ukraine.
Now, we've heard today that Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said that it makes no difference if Finland and Sweden join NATO. So that's a major change in rhetoric from Russia. What does he mean by this?
That certainly is a major shift in rhetoric from saying that they may move nuclear weapons to Finland's border if they go ahead with this. But that means we really don't know in the end what Russia will do. And I don't think the Finns and Swedes were either that alarmed by the negative rhetoric or will be extraordinarily relieved by these new lines. I think that these two countries have always been prepared for a possible attack from Russia, and they do get low-level hybrid attacks constantly. So I think that the preparations for any possible retaliation from Moscow will remain the same, and it just, we'll just have to see what form that those possible attacks do take. I would note that just today, this afternoon, Moscow has decided to expel two Finnish diplomats from their embassy there, saying that this is in response to earlier actions from Finland, but the timing is certainly a bit suspicious linked to the NATO bid.
DW's Terry Schultz there reporting from Stockholm. Many thanks, Terry.